Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. I want to inform you that we have started a new channel for lectures in Hindi language. So if you want to see the videos in the Hindi language, then you can visit that channel and subscribe that channel for lectures in Hindi language, and the lectures in the English language will be uploaded in this channel of Learning Electronics, and the new channel name is Learning Electronics in Hindi, whose link will be provided in the description box below. Using that link, you can go to that channel and subscribe that channel also. Please do subscribe this channel also, and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. In the last class, we have discussed marginally stable control system. In this class, we are going to discuss asymptotic stability or zero input stability of control systems. We know that some of the systems are driven by initial conditions without any input applied. For example, RC series circuit. Here, two components are there. One is resistor R and another is capacitor C. Now, let us assume this capacitor C is initially charged with a voltage VCT, and due to this initial voltage, a current IT will flow through this circuit. That means this initial voltage VCT is enough to start the operation of this circuit. But as time advances, this capacitor gets fully discharged through this resistance R, and this current IT becomes zero when this capacitor gets fully discharge. So this current IT is called as zero input response of the system. So we can define the zero input response of the system as the response of the system due to initial conditions alone. And one more response is there, which is called as zero state response. Zero state response is the response of the system due to system's input alone with initial conditions set to zero. That means when initial conditions are zero, at that time when we get any response from the system with system's input alone, that type of response is called as zero state response. Therefore, the overall response of the system will be equal to zero input response plus zero state response. Thus, we can say that the stability related to such a system which is under zero input conditions but operated under initial conditions is called as zero input stability of the system. Therefore, zero input stability of any system is defined as if the input response of a system with finite initial condition reaches to zero as time approaches infinity, the system is said to be zero input stable. Otherwise, the system is said to be zero input unstable. That means the system which started its operation with the initial conditions should approach to zero as time approaches to infinity. Mathematically, if Ct is the zero input response of the system, then for zero input stability there exists a positive number m which depends on set of finite initial conditions such that the m ranges from magnitude of Ct to infinity for all values of time greater than equal to t0. As the magnitude of zero input response reaches to 0 as limit t tends to infinity, the zero input stability is also called as asymptotic stability. That means as time approaches infinity, the magnitude of the output response becomes 0. Then that type of zero input stability is called as asymptotic stability. Now let us define asymptotically stable system. A system is said to be asymptotically stable if all of its poles have negative real parts, that is they lie in the left half of the S-plane. This is the example of asymptotically stable system. Here we can say that all the poles of the transfer function of the system are lying in the left half of the S-plane. Therefore, this type of system is called as asymptotically stable system. Now let us take one example to understand asymptotically stable system. The overall transfer function Cs by Rs is equal to 10 divided by S plus 2 into S square plus 2S plus 2 is given. For finding out the poles of this transfer function, we have to equate the denominator, that is S plus 2 into S square plus 2S plus 2 is equal to 0. So first pole we will get at S is equal to minus 2, and other poles we will get S is equal to minus 1 plus minus j. When we apply the formula of roots of quadratic equation in this equation, we will get this type of equation. So now we will plot these poles on the S-plane. We will get this type of diagram. Here we can see that this will be S is equal to minus 2 pole. This will be plus J and this will be minus J, and this will be minus 1 point. So here we will get one pole, here also we will get one pole. So as all the poles are lying in the left half of the S plane, this system is said to be asymptotically stable system. Now let us discuss some important points related to asymptotic stability. First point is it depends on roots of characteristic equation, that is closed loop poles of the system. Second point is if the system is bounded input bounded output stable, then there must be zero input stability or asymptotic stability. That means to achieve asymptotic stability, the system should be BIBO stable. Third, all the poles of the transfer function should lie on the left half of the S plane only. Then only the system will be asymptotically stable. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.